What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome to a stream that I've wanted to do for years. Obviously doing the reaction, director's cut, commentary, whatever it is, behind the scenes for Vader Episode 2. So, I wanted to wait until it hit 3 million views because I felt like, in my head, that was a good number. So we're here now. We're at 3.1 almost in 3 weeks, which is pretty wild. And it's been really nice seeing all the love and all the appreciation for the film, and I really thank you guys for that, because it's definitely a nice feeling. So, let's go ahead and watch the film. I'm gonna do like all questions, everything you guys have about the film, whether it was about production or story arc or where it's going or the ideas I have for it. Whatever questions you guys have, feel free to throw them in. And if you're watching this on the playback, enjoy. Welcome to the video. So, right off the bat, I do of course want to mention that Theory Sabers, we are having our sale, buy one, get the second 50% off. This is a new hat that we're going to be launching soon, this weekend. And if you aren't part of our email subscriber list, I highly recommend that you do that, because you get exclusive drops, information, and news, as well as a lot of emails from me just connecting with you guys and telling you more about the brand and my process with everything to do with Theory Sabers and the YouTube channel. So that is that. Now let's get on to the film and have some fun. So, a few super chats already from some members. Jedi Step says, "Hey Theory, can't wait for the stream. Thank you for all you do for us." Thank you guys, man. Appreciate you. It's been 10 years, so we're officially over 10 years now on the channel, which is wild. Something like 1.3 billion views, which is crazy. Dude, it's been an absolute journey. Disney's got a lot to think about after this. They really don't, and I've heard that a lot. People are trying to position it like, oh, Disney, like they could make this if they wanted to. Right? So they have the money, they have the resources, they have, I don't know if they have the talent, but I think they can find it, man. There's so many talented Star Wars writers out there. They just need to start really utilizing that and letting all of these creatives actually have the creative freedom to do what they want. So, but yeah, let's not get onto that. Let's go ahead and start in just a second here. So where was Mace Windu? Will you be doing separate series about how Mace got there? Yeah, so I'm going to answer all of that stuff here in this video. And then I'll do probably like chop ups. I'll like clip up the stream and all that stuff, do it for socials, and put it on Star Wars Theory Plus. If you didn't know, I have a Star Wars Theory Plus channel, which is more time efficient. So all of the live streams, longer videos go here, and then concise stuff goes over there. So, yeah. Shall we begin? If you're ready for me to start, we can do a watch party, or we can just like get right into it. I guess we don't need to do a watch party since it's on the screen. So, yeah, let's just start, dude. Okay. So let's go right to the beginning. Nice, dude. 3 mil 91. Sweet. Yeah. Okay. Let's do it. Make sure it's in 4K. If you didn't know, we have it in 4K. So I think I'm blocking it here. But it should show see 4K right there. You want to make sure your setting is in 4K so you can see it at nice. We had to like change the compression. I'm going to get into everything in this video. We had to change the compression and really like how it looks. So how it looks on YouTube is different than how it looks on in the theater. So that's just because of YouTube's compression and all that stuff, which was no spoilers. I haven't watched it yet. Oh, well, you're in for a surprise. Now you can watch it for the first time with me and then watch it by yourself. Been checking the view count periodically. So happy about the 3 mil. Yeah, it's cool, man. I'm more surprised about the like ratio. That for me is huge because I think the first film has like 30 million views, which is 10x this, and it has 1 million likes. This is already I think this is a 10% like ratio, which I think is pretty good because people don't really hit like very much. Um, yeah, we're already like a third of the way there compared to a 10x, which is wild, right? Rossi with the first super chat of the day. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And by the way, guys, thank you so much for all of the super thanks. You guys, there were some of you guys leaving. There's my boy Stupendous Wave. Some of you guys were leaving super thanks on here. Sort by. Oh, I don't know how to. I think it's on the back end that I can look at it. But some of you guys were dropping super thanks, which is really nice. Really appreciate that. Of course, it really helps. In fact, today I had a chat with, yeah, see, like, dude, thank you so much for this. If I had $10 million laying around, I would fund your fan films. Dude, thank you. Well, I mean, I hope you guys enjoy my book that's going to be coming out. It should be done soon. Um, Realistically, I could finish it in a weekend because I only have a few more chapters left. Um, and by the way, this is going to be a long stream probably. I'm going to yap, have some fun with you guys, and just chat. And then you can find the more concise playback on the Plus channel and on socials in a bit. So, but if you're here for that, here for the Yap Fest and the Hangout, then cool. Yeah, so book should be done. I could finish it in a weekend. I really have only a few chapters left, and I have to go back reread it, and then that would probably take me like another week, and do revisions and things like that, and then I'll just publish it myself. So I don't. I'm not going to spend time like trying to get a publisher or whatever, and I know it'd probably be easy with my following and all that, but to start, at least for right now, I think I'm just going to publish it myself. Just find someone who can like a company that makes books, and then just list it on Theory Savers as like the book for like I don't know, $30, $40. I don't know, and then have like different variations and stuff, and then turn it into a comic book eventually, and then hopefully turn it into a movie. And if a studio wants to pick it up, that's great. I've already talked to a few major directors and producers, and I've pitched them the story, and they're like extremely interested. They think it's super new and different and cool, super compelling. So there's always that option too. Yeah, yeah. For Vader 3 and remake of Episode 1, thank you for doing. Oh, thank you, Dougie, for the $100. Thank you, man. My dude, did you take over Vampire Folklore channel? A friend has been watching this channel. She said about 2 months ago your voice started narrating Vampire channel. Want to make sure it's not AI. Oh, it's not AI, bro. Have you ever thought of getting into Lego Star Wars, like collecting and yeah? So the studio that I have, I know we're segueing, but it's like I haven't talked to you guys in forever. So again, I'll do the concise version later. Just get the book published and make more money off of it. Yeah, dude, I'm like so. I don't really want to like. I don't know, man. It was just such a process to make Vader 2 that I'm like, I don't really want to go into the process of like getting a publisher. I don't even know if it is a process. I have no idea. I just like to do stuff myself and just getting it done. $40, behave. Well, Canadian, so what would that be like $28 US for a book? But I think 30 or $40 for a book is like very reasonable. I've purchased books for way more than that, especially considering it's like a 300-page novel. Hype for commentary. What's up, Mika? Thank you so much. From a 45-year-old living in Greece, he made me tear and shiver like when I watched episode 4 for the first time as a kid. Thank you. Greece is definitely a place I would love to visit. Yeah. Thank you so much. Shout out to Cheese13. Reading some of these, I haven't really read much of these comments, but it's nice to see. That's funny. Um, Yeah, you'll see more of that in episode 3. Um, yeah, okay. Hey, God bless. God bless you, man. Are you gonna react to $10 Star Wars? What is it? What is $10 Star Wars? 67 months. Thanks, Rossi. How many years is that? 6 years? Do you have any plans as to who you're gonna cast to do the motion capture fights for episode 3? I'm assuming Mike Skywalker will be one of them. Yeah, so Nick Gillard, who did all the choreography and fight scenes for the entire prequel trilogy, who I was just speaking with last night, actually. We will be in. Oh, I should announce, I guess, unofficially, officially. We are going to be in New York Comic Con October 8th to the 11th because the United States Olympic fencing team wants us out. So that's going to be like a Nick Gillard, Theory Savers, Olympic fencing team thing. And we're going to just promote getting swords in people's hands, sabers in people's hands, and we're gonna have a panel, and I think it's gonna be pretty cool. There's gonna be some gold medalists there, and you're gonna be able to see Nick Gillard go up against them. I think it'll be pretty entertaining. I've never been to New York Comic Con, so that'll be fun for sure. $10 Star Wars is Episode 4 made with cardboard. Oh, is that what it's called now? I thought it was just called Star Wars Cardboard. You said she loved your List Out Vampire video. Oh, good. Yeah, I'll see Nick in a few weeks in LA actually for the George Lucas Museum. So that'll be good. I feel like I'm dragging this out. I'm just enjoying chatting with you guys. Is the book about Star Wars or something else? It's about something else. It's a story that it's. I don't want to give much away because yeah, I'm pretty superstitious with that. Hence the eye hat that I made. It's a new design, and I'm basically doing a design of eyes. You guys will see them rolling out, but everyone needs a little bit of woo woo. You should vlog the museum when you go. Yeah, so Sham will be out and he'll be recording, and I'm going to go through the entire museum. And of course, the Star Wars room, and that'll be a probably a pretty cool, fun vlog because I get to see it before it opens to the public. And that's simply not because I have the channel or anything. That's simply because I have the year pass. So I have their highest tier or whatever it is, which really wasn't expensive at all for the year, considering. So are you going to expand Theory Sabers more into Europe in the future? We're global. Yeah, we're global. Hi and bye. Catching this another day. Right on, man. See you later. Where can I see this Vader Part 2 you speak of? Right here on the channel. Vader Episode 2, Echo of the Jedi. It's wild that people haven't, like, a lot of people don't know about it yet. And that's why I really encourage you guys to make your edits. And I was looking at one edit last night. It was so good. It's just fun. Are you going to break down Ahsoka Season 2 trailer? I already did. I did it in the live stream. I bought the Shadow Hunter in December and still use it every day. I beat the shit out of it, and it's still perfect. That's what I like to hear. Thanks, man. You should work with Star Wars Theory. All right, shall we? If you're ready, you want me to watch it and get started, spam 1. Otherwise, I'll keep yapping. Oh, thanks, Jason. It's nice of you. Hello. Okay. All right. Let's relax there. Give you a 1 minute timeout. What is the name of the female human Jedi with the blue lightsaber in Vader Episode 2? Her name is Rain. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get started. Yeah, Rossi, we'll be making other hats. Actually, that was something I mentioned last night with one of our manufacturers. Thanks, Triple V. Best Star Wars I've watched in years. Nice. Okay. 8 months after the rise of the Galactic Empire, the galaxy trembles in the wake of Emperor's new apprentice, Darth Vader. On the planet Naboo, near the tomb of Padme Amidala, rumors of a powerful Jedi have surfaced. Lord Vader and a squad of 501st troopers are dispatched to purge the area. But beneath the Dark Lord's armor, the ghost of Anakin Skywalker still stirs. So, right off the bat, this is a story that, it's more than just two dudes fighting that don't like each other. I could have just done that in the forest and saved myself the trouble. The thing here is there are so many different extrinsic and intrinsic factors that are at play where this is a young Vader 8 months after Revenge of the Sith, and he is coming to terms with who he is. He's coming to terms with the separation between Anakin Skywalker and Darth Vader. His new life as this machine, but also still stuck to the past, and he hasn't fully acknowledged that he's going to let go yet of Padme. Let me just get rid of this here. Okay. Hello. Very nice. You can enjoy and watch the stream. Please don't spam. 8 months after the Emperor's New Groove. Yes. Okay. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going at play here, and Vader has to come to terms with everything that's going on. And it's really about letting go of the past and accepting it and transforming into the Darth Vader that we see in A New Hope and Rogue One. How do we get there? What is he going through? Right? There's so many books and lore and all that about Darth Vader and his transition mentally and spiritually from Anakin Skywalker into the masked menace to the Dark Lord. And so I think a really great way to explore that is to put Vader in the most emotionally volatile place that he could possibly be in the most malleable moment and time of his life, which is 8 months after Revenge of the Sith. It's like the first year, right? There's nothing special about 8 months, it's just in the first year. And so, he's got his new lightsaber, he's got his suit, he's got all of this like power and prestige kind of thing, but still he's still so broken. And I'm like jumping ahead of scenes here already, but I guess we can watch it and really get into the psychology of Darth Vader and how this place plays into it and how Padme and Mace Windu will affect him. And so I've seen a lot of comments on TikTok and stuff about Vader versus Mace. There's a lot of explanation that I'd love to get into. So we're going to have some fun with it. Episode 2 was great, man. Forever love your work. Can't wait for Vader Episode 3. Thank you, dude. We actually discussed today. Actually, I just got a text message now. For our new team that we're going to be working with for Vader Episode 3 and doing all of the mocap with that. So, I'm excited, dude. Yeah, I was just reading that, seeing where we got to go from there. Okay. I really like the idea of Jedi surviving Order 66. How do you get around Yoda saying and the idea that Luke was the last of the Jedi? How do you get around Yoda saying and the idea that Luke was the last of the Jedi? Well, he was. He was after this story. Um, obviously some things got to happen, but we're going to see what happens. Incredible work. Can't wait for the third installment. Ryan? No, I don't think so. It's from the UK. Last I checked, he's not in the UK. Thanks for the 199 pounds. Incredible work. Can't wait for the third installment. I really like the idea of a ton of Jedi surviving Order 66. How do you get around Yoda and Luke? We answered that one. Rossi, I don't think it's Ryan. Hello there, Theory. So happy you're doing this special features director's edition type stream, by the way. I wore Vader 2 hoodie for Vader 2 film stream. I always love watching the first 6 films special. Oh, dude. That's awesome. Hell yeah. We're releasing a new hoodie soon, so I'm sure you're going to like that one. That one's taken a while to make because it's so freaking detailed and intricate. Any plans for some AI work? No. Will you attend Providence Comic-Con? No, I don't know what that is. I'm the British Ryan. What the hell, bro? That's crazy. Did you see any videos of people hating on the film? No. I'm sure they exist. You cannot stop people from hating and liking. It's just part of existing. I can just do my best, and everyone has their own interpretation and thoughts, and that's totally acceptable. So, all good. So, of course, wanted to start with a iconic shot of now, mind you, there were a lot of things in the script that we cut out for this, and we also just moved it to episode 3. So I was originally going to have well, yeah, you'll see that in 3, I guess. That's just big shout out to my entire team for making this look as amazing as it did. And I was part of the entire process the whole way through. Because then I've seen some people being like, "Well, wait, where are the where's the oh gosh, what's it called?" But anyways, you can see it here. You can see the blue. Why am I forgetting it now? What's the word? You know when Anakin and Obi-Wan were fighting on the lava, and there was that like the force shield. Oh, geez, what am I? The vacuum. I don't know why my brain's not coming up with the word right now, but anyways, that was subtly put in there, but I guess it didn't transfer. We redid this shot so many times because I wanted more of a shake in the camera. I'm like, no, make it heavier. Make the sound more. So. Yeah. That's Fox. Ray Shield. Thank you so much. Yes, Ray Shield. Oh, my brain was dying.
Good luck, boys. Saber Cats. The Jedi is here.
So, obviously this is...
Command.
You guys see that cinematic I did where Mace Windu returns? This is after that. And so that one that we did was really just a test to see if we were going to do this, if the audience liked it and if it looked good enough. And of course it did. And so, years later, I think it was like, what, 4 years? Something like that. We released this. So
We've entered the tunnels. Thermals on, men. Stay sharp.
you thought I voiced all the clones? No, this is done by Derek Goheen.
Sir, any response from Lord Vader yet? He's on his way. Stay focused, soldier. How many, sir? Fox mentioned it was just the one Jedi. All of this for just one Jedi? He's a master. Mace Windu. I heard he crushed a battalion of droids with his bare hands. Who cares who he is? He'll die like the rest.
Let's answer some quick questions here. One thing I didn't understand about episode 2, about this episode, is which Jedi are they talking about to Vader? Is it Mace, or are we not supposed to know until episode 3? So that's, you'll know more in episode 3, but essentially, like, Vader and the Emperor have captured some surviving Jedi from Order 66. They're running experiments on them. This goes right into Dark Empire. It kind of plays on that as well, which is, of course, what Disney tried to pull from, but they failed. And they're just torturing them and running experiments on Force-sensitive blood, which is like also what, Palpatine tried to do with Sifo Dyas and Grievous. Well, I should say, I guess, Count Dooku. But all in the same. So, yeah. Mace Windu knows that there are surviving Jedi that the Emperor is captured and torturing and running experiments on and killing. And he wants to know where they are. And he wants to restart the Jedi Order the way it was. He wants to bring them back to the temple and just get right back to how things were. Vader has other plans. He wants something from Mace as well besides just killing them. But at the end of the day, they both want to kill each other.
Hold.
We've got tracks. Stack up.
I really loved how you put 2D micro series animated mention in Clone Wars. Yeah, of course, you have to. That's really, I remember watching 2D Clone Wars. It was unbelievable. It was so cool as a kid to see that. I think I was 11, something like that, 12. Yeah, it was, I know now we look at it and it's like, oh, it's so outdated, but it was really revolutionary. It was really so cool and it was so gritty. And I think it really showed the essence of what Star Wars was. And then, 3D Clone Wars came around and it was more, it was good, but it was just so different. That 2002 2D Clone Wars that was like George's vision, I feel like. That was like the real visceral, like, yeah, it was cool. That was what it was about. So, of course, Vader lands, and keep in mind, this is a very young Anakin Darth Vader. This is 8 months after he burned from Obi-Wan. So he's full of bravado. He's full of revenge. He's full of anger, but he's also full of torment. He doesn't know his powers yet. He doesn't know who he really is. He is just so messed up in the head, and that makes a very dangerous Vader, but it also makes a very brittle Vader. And Mace Windu is 10 steps ahead of him. He's older, he's more experienced, he knows Skywalker, and he knows how to break him mentally. And so, in order to have the impact of the third episode, which is going to be absolutely monumental and so emotional and so action-packed, you have to have this story. And when I tell you that 3 will land, you will see how unbelievably moving it will be for these characters, and the vision I have for it. So this walk took a long time. until we got it right, because there were lots of I wanted it more mechanical, and I wanted his walk to kind of like you're going back in time of what it was in Rogue One. Sorry, in A New Hope. And I'm kind of like, okay, well, how would he kind of get used to? So I started like walking as if I had, robotic legs, and I'm like, how would I would take Anakin's walk, and then how would he walk now with legs that weren't his, and try and put that into place? We know that Vader walks with this very like David Prowse was a power lifter, so he's very muscular, and so he would walk with his quads extending first, and it's really extend everything. So how did Vader walk when he's trying to learn how to walk now, but he's trying to be this badass and he's full of all of this emotion? So he's walking with a lot of bravado, but at the same time, he doesn't know how to walk, right? He doesn't really know these cybernetics and shit yet. He doesn't know how it works. Like, he's walking, he's like, okay, I'm going to kill everyone. I'm the man. And you got to remember, Anakin was held back so unbelievably much with his powers. The only time he kind of let that furnace open from the Matthew Stover novel in Revenge of the Sith was when he was fighting Dooku. And he allowed it to burn. And it was just, that was when he was tapping into the dark side. Otherwise, everything that we've seen of him is just him holding back his powers and his anger, just toe in line with what the Jedi were telling him to do and caging him to be. And now he has all of this free range and this power, but he's also limited within this suit. And he's so unbelievably tormented in his mind, but yet has so much anger, which fuels his powers. There's so much in there that's breaking against each other that it makes for such an interesting and compelling character. And then when he goes up against Mace, his force powers don't really work as well because, of course, Shatterpoint, but at the same time, Mace makes him revert back to that child. And so he's unable to properly tap into who he is or what he is because he's so mentally conflicted. And that's really his problem. And the third one will be a sort of transference in the story of an evolution, telling you and showing you how Anakin and Vader start to either break or join so that his powers can actualize, or they don't. Right? Because I haven't told you guys if Mace lives or doesn't live yet. You won't know until the end of the film. But whatever has to happen has to be conducive to Vader's overall evolution and arc. So, this scene right here is, this is all a dream sequence. So Mace is in the shadows here. He's playing with Vader's mind, but he's so powerful, he's able to have his force presence known, and then he can take it away in an instant. Mace is unbelievably strong and experienced in the Force, right? So he was second to Master Yoda, and even Master Yoda was like, you can be first in some categories, in some areas. So Mace knows exactly what to do. He's not entering this like a sledgehammer like Vader is. I'm just going to kill everyone, and I'm taking them now. He's methodical, he's thinking, and he knows that this is the last stand. So this is the last moment that he really has to kill Vader, and he's not going to make the same mistake twice, and to kill the Emperor. He is the last hope. You know, just like we had a New Hope, he is the last hope, he is the last Jedi. So this is a power called Memory Walk, and Mace is using it on Vader, and Vader can't really locate where Mace is or what's going on, but he just knows that he eventually snaps out of it, and this is some sort of a mind trick. So Mace is just making him see two big things that he fears, which is fire, because he knows all about Obi-Wan, and Padme. And that's why this is trailing on the first episode where we hear Padme's voice. And so as the story goes on, it's just going to get more and more of a nightmare for Darth Vader. Keep that in mind. Nightmare.
They're gone.
And so when I was writing the story, I wanted to have, you know, these beats. I could have dragged it out. I could have had a whole bunch of bullshit put in there, and it could have been a 45-minute film, and people would have been like, wow, it's 45 minutes long. Why would I want it to be 45 minutes if it's going to be garbage? If there's going to be shit in there that you don't need it. So instead of all that and dragging out the catacomb scene and all that crap, or maybe having like Palpatine fly out overhead and do some crap, we don't need that. Why extend it for nothing? So that's why it feels so fast paced, because I've just stripped everything that you don't need and put it purely into the story and action to progress the characters. So you have a bunch of different lines of stories being told at the same time. And this is also how I've written my book, which you guys will see in a bit. So there isn't really lagging moments. It's, you have the clones, you have Vader, the Jedi, clones, Vader, Mace, and it just cuts back and forth nonstop. And so that just creates a more seamless, more interesting, more fun story that's fast paced, but of course it has to go somewhere. It can't just be a bunch of bullshit.
What are your orders, sir? Clear the area. Stay frosty.
Clear. Clear.
Clear. Command, come in. First sweep is clear. Affirmative. Over and out.
Did you put meaning into which Jedi have which saber colors, or did you simply wanted variety? No, everything has meaning. I mean, for the most part, I'm sure there's some stuff that there's just whatever. But yeah, everything has meaning. Vero, for example, which we're going to get into his character arc, his is orange, obviously, because he uses a lot of rage. But he's still in the light, so it's red and yellow. It makes orange. Rain is essentially, what Obi-Wan's daughter or, apprentice would be like if he didn't have Anakin. And she really took to Obi-Wan. She was friends with him and really looked up to him as a mentor. And we can see that in her fighting stance and just how she deflects blaster bolts. The Wookiee is powerful in the Force. So is Master Keldon, who is the Elder. Yeah.
Trooper down! Hostiles! We have hostiles! Ceasefire! Ceasefire!
Fall back. Sir, what do you mean?
There he is!
Obviously, this was a moment that I wanted to replicate and mirror in Knights of the Old Republic cinematic, which I thought would be cool. It's a really great image, and the Jedi definitely need. This is like their last stand, their comeback, and we see a more brutal version of the Jedi, and they're not so tame, and you're gonna see them much more dangerous. So, yeah. I'd animate for you for free and wouldn't even need to credit me. I just want this all to be done sooner for the true fans. 7 years experience. Oh, that's very generous of you, man. But I would definitely pay you and, of course, credit you.
Fall back! Covering fire!
think this is one of the most beautiful shots in the whole film. Just the color differentiation, and it's very Sin City. I love that.
Your Jedi tricks won't work on me.
And so the purpose of the Jedi here isn't necessarily to kill them all. They want to keep some of them alive because they think that they can barter with Lord Vader. Here is Vero. Of course, you can see Vero has some more darkness to him, more rage. Vero is kind of like what Anakin would have been if he was loyal to the Jedi. Obviously not as powerful as Anakin, but he holds a lot of that same level of confidence and bravado and like aggression. And he's trying to tame himself, but he can't. And especially now, he was supposed to be the master to Sors Bandim, and Sors Bandim is the youngling that Anakin killed when he said, Master Annie, there are too many of them. What are we going to do? He had befriended him, and so this is like way more personal for Vero than he's taking it way harder. He's like 20, 21 years old. He's pretty young. He's about the same age as Anakin. And so he feels that level of rivalry. And he had a pretty good life. Like he enjoyed being a Jedi. He enjoyed being faithful to the Jedi Code. And he was really looking forward to training and having his apprentice in Sors Bandim. And once he found out that, he was dead, he is like so unhinged. And I think that's also kind of something we can mention with all of the Jedi, is that they're not here to play. Right? Their time to playing led them here. So their time of like taking it easy and following the Jedi Code led them here. So they're ready to kill. How old was Anakin when he turned? He was 22. Which is why Vader senses that in Vero. He reads his thoughts. He reads his energy. And he knows that Vero is going to train Sors Bandim. And he also recognizes that there is great power and potential in Sors. So in Vero. So Vero is essentially going to be, the Force Unleashed version. He is going to be Star Killer to Darth Vader. Or that's at least what Vader hopes. And so that's why he doesn't kill him. That's why he's toying with him, and he's trying to like goad him and really press his buttons so that the anger comes out. And once the anger comes out, his addiction to it will be forever. And then Vader will control him.
That's close enough. We have you outnumbered.
Apologies, Lord Vader.
Silence. Where are you keeping the Jedi?
You cannot bargain with Vader.
Of course, we had to add a Cathar in there. It was cool. And so this, of course, is to show that, it's much more philosophical and metaphorical than you think, of just, okay, Vader just kills them. Well, it's, what's Anakin thinking? He's like, you bastards tried to control me my whole life, and I blame my mother and wife dying because of you and holding back my powers when I could have probably saved them. And now you want to try and control me because you think I'm going to care about my time of caring is over. So here's what I think of your lives and the lives of my own men. And he just kills them. It's more of a statement than anything, because he doesn't give a shit.
He killed them. He killed them all.
What are we waiting for? Let's take him!
And that's a callback to Anakin, of course. You're supposed to see those parallels.
Patience, Vero.
That's more of the Obi-Wan, whereas Anakin would have taken him. He would have said, I'm taking him now. Vero listens.
Don't underestimate him.
So he toes in line. And this is all part of Mace's plan. Mace said, do not engage Vader. Just get him alone. Surround him until I show up. Him showing up wasn't really for dramatic effect. Sure, like, it's cool for the story, and it builds, but there's a story behind that of why he arrived when he arrived. He was looking for something, which you'll see in 3. So, which is really like the center point of the whole film. Is this a recording? Yes,
Stick
it's
to
live.
the plan. Remember your training.
Your feelings make you powerful.
And so, like, without wasting time, Vader right away senses into Vero. He's like, okay, you've got... All of these guys are kind of checked with their emotions and their experience, and Vero is the one that's, like, in turmoil.
Don't give in to him.
Shall I inform you of how I took the youngling's life?
And so now we cut to Fox.
Sir, all vitals for our men have just gone offline. Captain Phoenix, send in your troops. On our way, Commander. Reinforcements are on their way, my lord.
Vero, stop.
And so this is, of course, a moment where Vero loses his shit because Vader's, like, goading him, like, you know, hitting him where it hurts with the youngling thing. And they all could rush Vader, but they're actually sticking to the plan, whereas Anakin never did, and he, like, ruined everything all the time. So there's that parallel there, and it's kind of rhyming. And I figured, okay, let's get one last-ditch effort with the clones to come in, and then, of course, we have the main attraction. So now we've got the shock troopers. Before we had the 501st, now we have the shock troopers. So it's really like the last bit. And the Emperor won't send any more, right? The Emperor can send a lot more clones. He's not doing it. So observe how everyone deflects. Of course, Vero is way more aggressive. Rain is so much more composed, kind of like Form 3.
Move in to intercept.
Yeah, so just, they're nothing to him. And it just shows how powerful Anakin was and how he could have just, with his own masters, because nothing. You're no problem. You're literally just an insect to me. Now, in the third one, when they all go up against Vader in a formed attack, like they had been training for with Mace behind the scenes for the last 8 months, or almost, how is that going to look? How is Vader going to be able to overcome all of that and the mental part of Mace breaking him while they're attacking him and taking chunks out of him? So, but, yeah. He has his sights set on Vero. Just pure rage and emotion. He's like, oh shit, that looks familiar. Okay. You see how fluid she is, graceful. She knows where every blast is before it comes. You know, a Wookiee's always going to be a Wookiee at the end of the day. He's gonna rage out. And when you see Vader and the Wookiee fight, it gets ugly.
The Jedi will keep you weak.
I'll never betray them.
And Vader's like, okay, yeah, you will. Because I'm going to force it out of you. And so they're at a stalemate there because Vader's not really using his powers. He just thinks they're all jokes. But he sees that Master Keldon is actually a little more powerful than he thought. So he gives him a little more of a push. And he already knows what he's going to do. He feels his emotions. He knows how he's going to kill him. And he uses Viro's lightsaber because he knows that's going to mentally mess with Viro a lot. And he's going to blame himself and say that, well, you weren't powerful enough to save him and your friends because you were a Jedi. Why don't you try the dark side? And maybe actually see how powerful you can become. Unless you want more people to die. Vader won't use his lightsaber unless you're worthy of the kill, or it's the final end.
Don't move, Jedi. I expected more.
We're here to see the brutality of what has become from Anakin's actions. Rain is the apprentice that Kenobi would have wanted to have. And if you see how like unbelievably finesse she has, look, just watch her for a minute. I'm gonna move myself out of the way. And you can watch her for a minute and just how like amazing she is with lightsaber combat. Check this out. Watch that. The hand switch, the back flip. There was a lot of detail that went into this so that every time you watch it, you notice something new.
Form up.
That's his episode 3 lightsaber, and he's about to... Right? But before he does, he's going to kill them each one by one. And he's going to say, where is Master Windu? And if they hesitate, he will kill one of them. Goes to the next, where is Master Windu? Hesitate, strikes him down, slices him down right away. Until there's none left, and then they will all go search for Master Windu. But it just happens that he shows up when he shows up. So... thanks for the super chat, Nathaniel. I just want to let you know how appreciative I am of all of the time, energy, effort, and thought you put into episode 2. Unable to get any sabers from your site at the moment, but will eventually. Glad the sales from them can help you. Oh, thank you guys. Yeah, the Theory Sabers is the only way that this was possible. And I truly believe in the brand, and I believe in what we're doing and how we're making everything that we're making with Roger Christian and TC Carson and Nick. I'm extremely passionate about it. I love it so much, and I can't wait to keep pushing forwards with it. But it is exactly how this was possible. And so, yeah, not YouTube money, not anything else. So, hey, Theory, thanks for the awesome work. We appreciate it. Thanks, Matt Maker. Thank God for Theory or whatever. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. And so he senses right away as he was about to kill them, he senses the strongest amount of Master Windu. And he turns around right away, and that's indicative, of course, the sound of like the piercing. It's like that Dragon Ball when Gohan, when he was about to go Super Saiyan 2, that was that moment. And I'm like blending my two loves of Dragon Ball and Star Wars. And Master Windu, just like Palpatine, can suppress his ability to be seen or known or felt by other Force users. So he is throttling that and playing with that. And he lets Vader know that he's there just when he wants, and then he takes it away again. And so Vader's like, he gets this sniff of Windu, and he's like, what? So he walks to the corridor, as we see. But then Master Windu takes it away again. So he doesn't know if is he behind him? Is he he leaves a trail. Right. And so he says, "Oh, fuck off. I don't need you. You're not going to help me. You're nothing." To the Purge troopers. And so at this moment, Mace is throttling his powers, and he's like, "Oh, I'm here. No, I'm not. I'm here. No, I'm not." And so Vader's like, "What?" And he sees the light, the flames start to go out. And he tilts his head down a little bit because he knows something is coming. But he does not expect that. And the rubble crushes him and concusses him a little bit. This is Prime Mace. We've never seen him like this before. His chains are broken. Uninhibited. Raw.
What the? It's not me. No.
Mace always used the dark side. Now is no exception. They're reinvigorated. And he's pissed. This is his revenge.
Traitors to the Empire! Not so fast, Jedi. Don't let up! Hold them back! What's the situation? Anybody? Come in! Black! We need more men.
So,
No. Lord Vader will prove his worth. Or be replaced.
and so at the end of the day, Palpatine doesn't really care about Vader. If Vader cannot beat these Jedi, and namely the biggest test, which is himself, because he knows Vader can absolutely kill all of these Jedi, all of these everything. He is the chosen one, but despite his suit and all that stuff, he still has the power. But it's his own inner conflict that has always stopped him. It has always been the main enemy. And so, yeah, the rivals he sees before him, sure, they're an obstacle. But the biggest rival of all is in his own mind. It is the duality of Anakin Skywalker and Darth Vader. Is he willing to let the past die? Not to quote anything else, but is he truly willing to let his former self die in order to give rise to this new entity? Or will he forever be dominated by his past?
Lord Vader will prove his worth. Or be replaced.
And if he can't, then he is no good to the Emperor. He doesn't care. So, this whole time, it's Darth Vader, it's Anakin Skywalker, and it's young little Annie. And it's this flickering until it finally lands where it's supposed to land, which we'll see if it does in the third. And so you see that constantly just breaking within him. And like, you see these different forms of Vader. And when they all go up against him in the third one, you'll see that too. You'll see a broken version of a little Anakin, a little boy. And then you'll see Anakin Skywalker. And then you'll see Darth Vader full of rage. And it's just this constant breaking.
Master Windu, you survived.
Surprised.
We recorded a line as well where he said shocked. I have that. I can show you guys. I think some of you might have seen it in the behind the scenes where we recorded it in Atlanta with T.C. Carson. But I thought it was too on the nose. I don't want it to be like a Last Jedi sort of thing where it's just like comical, So I was like, nah, let's shocked. Shocked is just too much. Let's just do surprised. And surprised is enough of a callback because he was surprised his hand got cut off.
You could have stayed hidden, but instead you have once again brought more Jedi to their doom.
I will give you one chance, Skywalker. Tell us where you are hiding the captured Jedi, and we may finish you quickly.
So right there is pretty much the plot of what's going on. Mace wants to know, where are you keeping the Jedi? We're still going to kill you no matter what. Doesn't matter. Mace doesn't want to kill him quickly. He wants to make Anakin suffer. He wants to break his soul before he kills him. And that's why it took him a while to get to where he got to.
More Jedi deaths tonight will serve as a reminder of your failure.
And Vader is now playing I'm the big dog now. We killed you all. And now tonight, with all of your deaths, it's going to be more of a reminder of how you failed and how the Jedi failed, because look where we are. And of course, Mace hits him with I know everything about you, you little shit. But for Vader, he also wants something from Mace. At the end of the day, Mace did survive. And Vader doesn't care who he gets the information from. If he can save his wife, that is all he cares about. So if Mace can give him that info, then great. And that creates a bit of a stall with them really, truly trying to kill each other because Mace wants to know where they're keeping the Jedi. And if he doesn't get it out of Vader, he's going to go to the Emperor and get him too. That's next. And then he's going to go and find Yoda. Because he knows Yoda is still alive. He doesn't know for sure, but he hopes and he feels. So they both want something from each other than revenge.
Your dead wife and your mother will serve as yours.
And this is such a raw and visceral line because it's more than just like a yo mama joke, like I see some of the comments. And I'm so glad it landed because I remember when I was writing it and I was like, hey, they're either going to get this, there's so much more meaning to this and depth, or they're going to take it surface level and be like, lol, like he went there. which I'm glad you guys saw the depth of it, and I knew a lot of you would. So it's more so about there's no more games, there's no more hiding. Mace is straight up telling Vader, I know about Padme, and I know about your dead mom. I know about the Tuscans, and this is like now connecting all of that to this moment, all of the prequels to right here. And how does he know? Some people forget. There was a little scene in episode 2, which, if you remember, Qui-Gon spoke to Anakin in the Force. Anakin, no. And then Yoda is meditating, and Mace Windu walks in. He's like, pain. I sense terrible pain. And then, you know, it cuts scene, I think, to Kenobi on Kamino. And, yeah, and they had that conversation. And Mace knew what Anakin did. So this force power doesn't work not because Vader's not powerful, but first of all, because Mace is extremely powerful. He's also using shatter points, so he creates a force field, a deflection. And this force push wasn't max power Vader, because Vader thought it was, but he's so broken in his head because of what Mace's presence has done and just made him feel like a little kid. And it's almost like this psychological manipulation where Mace just being there is enough to put Vader into a young Anakin where he couldn't maximize and show his full potential. He couldn't use the dark. So now Vader is just like so mentally effed up. And so as the Jedi will fight him, and like little piranhas take chunks out of him, you'll see that rage start to flicker in and out, and eventually maybe he'll get a grasp of himself. All the while, Mace leads the fight all the way to Padme's tomb. And before Vader can realize, there is fire and brimstone around them and lightning crackling in the sky. And she's there. Her tomb is right there. It's going to be extremely emotional. That was Mace processing, oh shit, he's broken. Now his lightsaber is worthy. Enter Nick Gillard choreography. As George would say, they fight. So, yeah. Then that is that, man. Why is Windu's lightsaber more reddish than purple? It's still purple. It's still purple. It looks a little bit different, you know, but this is a bit of a different Mace. More raw. Yeah. So, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it, man. Yeah, man. That's it, bro. Now we wait for episode 3. Basically, the only thing waiting on that is money. This is where I put out my hat. Say, okay, need you guys. Everything from merch, hats, sabers, super chats, views, all that stuff. That is the only limiting factor is money. So, yeah, we've got the team in place. We're ready to go. We have the assets ready to go. So, thank you guys for watching and for being part of the journey for the last 10 years. It's a decade of my life, and I am humbled to be able to pour my passion into something I really care about, something I really love, and to connect with you all. So it's been an interesting and beautiful journey. And yeah, from here, I'm focused on making episode 3. I'm focused on growing Theory Sabers. I'm unbelievably passionate about it and really happy about it. more happy with that than I've done the fan fictions, I've done the comics. I'm really enjoying the company. I'm really enjoying the affiliates and the community, and just making great sabers, great products, great merch. Um, and writing my book, and that is my passion right now at this moment. So I'll still be around on YouTube. I'll still be making videos here and there, and of course when Ahsoka comes out, doing the watch parties and all that. But this was a huge undertaking and something that I really wanted to get done. So yeah, I'm happy it turned out great. I'm really happy with the final result. Thank God for Theory. Thank you, man. This is my favorite Star Wars scene ever. Thank you, bro. Would the same thing happen to Vader if he was on Tatooine? So now I'll take your guys' questions now. Start reading comments here and there. Here we go. All right, let's get to it. Would the same thing happen to Vader if he was on Tatooine? No. I think Padme does a more of an effect than his mother's grave, because he's already seen his mother's grave. He's buried his mom. But seeing Padme's tomb for the first time when she was alive, the last time we saw her, that's gonna mess him up real bad. Thank you for the jewels, Stash Art and Joshua. Thank you guys. 1,000 jewels. That's really cool. I know one Darth Lord who is over the moon that Windu never succumbed to the dark side. Whoever did voice work for Palps was terrible. You're funny, Rossi. Also, I was about to watch something else, but saw you live and got on when it started. I appreciate you taking the time to do this breakdown. It's fantastic. Oh, I'm glad you guys liked it. Thank you, guys. I couldn't get over every single detail in this, from Vader's walk, which was like a Proto-Force Unleashed 1 opening scene walk, to the Episode 3 lightsaber. The character's mace, the emotion was so god tier. Thanks, man. When I say that no stone was left unturned, no stone was left unturned, and that's why it took a long time and a lot of money. So I didn't want to just rush something out. And again, real artists, no AI whatsoever. Everything was hand-drawn. We should have used mocap, I feel like, but we didn't. So this was like purely just a digitally hand-drawn, like, hats off to my team. They did an unbelievable job. They're so talented. I was lucky enough to attend the live showing with my grandma in Glendale. We both loved the movie. Much love, Theory Bailey. What up, Bailey? I'm poor, but I sure like you. Thanks. Take a vacation. You deserve it. No, I haven't taken a day off in 10 years. Yeah, I've worked every single day for 10 years. And now it's even more now with Theory Sabers. There's not a single day off, ever. And that's okay. I'm happy with that. But I'm here to work. I'm here to get things done. That is my calling. I have shit to do. So I can take days off when I'm dead. I like working, and I'm lucky enough to call this work. So should we all be so lucky? Which we could be. Just do what you want in life. What are some examples of changes you'd like to make in episode 1 reboot? Oh my God, a lot. A ton. Yeah. Don't even want to get into specifics, but yeah, you'll see. What's been the most challenging part of being an independent filmmaker, especially in the sci-fi space? Money. I have the vision. I know what to do. I know how to make it. Money. Funding. It has been the most difficult thing. I don't have independent, what's it called? I don't have partners or sponsors or anything like that. I've done everything on my own. I don't have a company, supporting me in the sense of like Disney or something like that. I did not crowdfund. I did not drop some crypto bullshit coin. I did this the hard way while growing a company and not sacrificing quality with that, while collaborating with Roger Christian and Nick Gillard, and continuing my passion for Star Wars and making videos. And That was the most difficult part, was the money. Especially to start to see like Star Wars like taking a dip, so YouTube revenues just goes down too. But the last 2 years of my life have been 2.5 years of my life have been I learned a lot. We did it. Cool. On to the next. Are you going to do lore videos with the Jedi characters? Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'd like to. It was a pleasure watching this in theaters with everyone. You and your team did an incredible job. Thank you. Much love from SLC. Thanks, man. A shout out to everyone that showed up. We had about 1,000 people out there, and it was great. Gotta be honest, I didn't realize Vader was reverting to a child mentally. Maybe express that more in Vader 3. Yeah, I mean, or I can, just do these kind of breakdowns. And those of you who are here and watch it and make it to this part know, and those who don't can still enjoy the film. But now you just know more of the lore. And it makes it so much more heavy and interesting. How much weight was lifted off your shoulders after the premiere? You gave the fandom something not even the mouse could do. We're all proud of you. Oh, thanks, Millsy. Honestly, a major weight. I feel totally different. I feel so light. And I feel like my whole face just looks different too. Like I was holding so much stress and cortisol, and like, it's one thing to make the film, from not even from a financial standpoint, but just of like a, the mistakes you find along the way, whether it be wrong teams and then there's more money, and it's just there was a lot, man, but I'm not here to do a woe is me story. Everyone has struggles. Everyone has real struggles in life. So that was tough, but I think a huge weight for sure was released. So it wasn't, like I was saying, it wasn't just about making it. It's like, what's the reaction going to be? Because it could have ruined me. Imagine taking this long to make a project and it wasn't well received and people were like, this shit. That would have ruined everything, right? And I was essentially taking a risk. I could have just made fan fictions and just, made money off YouTube and done my reactionary videos and just kept it where it was safe. I don't want to do that, and I think that's really a boring life. You just stick to the same old thing. Like, I don't want to do that. That's lame. You're here to take chances and here to create. And maybe people wouldn't have received it as well as I was hoping. But I really put my whole heart and effort and passion and money and debt and lines of credit into this. And I truly do believe when you put your heart into something and you believe in it, someone will appreciate it out there. It just so happened that this one paid off, where I would say like 99% of people appreciate it, which is great. I'm very relieved. Very relieved. Like yeah. I could cry, yeah, but I've become quite good at controlling my emotions now. So does Watto make a cameo in episode 3? Yeah, Watto comes in and Vader, he actually joins Vader, and then they start fighting all the Jedi. If you crowdfund, are you going to have problems with Disney copyright? Probably. Yeah, I don't know. Probably, bro. But yeah, I'm happy the way I did it. I can say that I did it in the most difficult way possible. Yeah. While making the most intense, insane company I could have dreamed of. And it's really a collaborative effort with you guys, with the community. So I'm very proud of everyone that works with me, and yeah, I don't expect anything less from myself. This is life. You have to try. You have to try things and keep going. Why would the Jedi think Vader would care about his clone troopers when they know he's killed kids? Also, besides for dramatic effect, why did it take Mace so long to show up? He could have saved some Jedi. Thanks for answering. Thanks, Jake. Thanks for the $20, man. Appreciate it. Really, really appreciate the super chat. The Jedi were told by Mace to hold off and to essentially surround Vader. And so they kept some clones thinking that, okay, maybe it's going to throw a wrench. Maybe it's going to buy some time until Mace shows up. They were wrong. So, you know, yeah, they not all of them believe or know exactly how Vader operates, right? So these were a lot of Jedi from that were scattered throughout the galaxy as well. They weren't just on Coruscant. So yeah. Why did it take Mace so long? I answered this one earlier. Mace was looking for something. So in the beginning, he was toying with Vader to slow him down, and Mace's whole plan is to make Vader feel alone, make Anakin feel alone. He wants to revert him back to when he was a kid in his head. He wants to break Darth Vader. He wants to break Anakin Skywalker so that he completely destroys him. Shatterpoint. You know anything about Mace's ability with Shatterpoint, you understand. Hope that answers. KV says, Windu vanishes again after telling Anakin, you will remember how I spared you. Let's go. That's how you think it ends? When will Wade show in episode 3? Wade the Goat. Well, we need Fat Mace as well. What's the Wookiee Jedi's name? Well, okay, so what? I actually haven't named the Nautolan or the Wookiee. If you want, we can come up with the names right now, officially, and then they'll be in episode 3 credits. Arbuff? Okay, that's terrible. I'm really impressed no AI was used. YouTube is full of that trash now. Yeah, we didn't use any, and we won't use any for episode 3. Is his saber pink because he's more towards the dark? No, it's not pink. I don't know why some people are saying it's pink. It's supposed to be purple. There was some color, not major, but it looks different on YouTube than it does on. It looks lighter on YouTube than it does in the theater, and this is purely because of compression. YouTube like compresses the crap out of videos, so the theater size of the film was, I think it was 100 gigabytes, something like that, and then this one we had to like dwindle it down to, I think it was, what was it? I think it was like 12 gigabytes. So, you have to like change a whole bunch of, not aspect ratios, but more so like contrast and grain and stuff like that. So this looks more grainy and gritty than what was in the theater. The theater looked more smooth, higher contrast with darks. So, yeah. Name the Wookiee Rossi. Always wanted to be tall. Maybe tall and hairy. I have a feeling Mace goes and finds the necklace he made for Padme. Sorry, I don't know if you answered this, but why not make more lore videos? And also, I have an idea. How about make a historical documentary for Sidious, like an episode of Evolution of Evil? I mean, do you guys want more lore videos? Every time I upload them now, like, I don't know, it doesn't really seem like people watch. How long did it take to upload? I have incredibly fast internet. Yeah, it took me 2 hours, despite all that. Actually, I don't think this one is 12 gigabytes. I think this one is more, the one on YouTube. There was another one that we made that was 12 gigabytes, which was for social media, that I uploaded to... Actually, one of my team uploaded it somewhere. Vader 2 CGI leap was the right path, in my opinion. Love the camera angle diversity. Yeah. Oh, I would never do this live action. CGI was the way. Vorchu for the Wookiee combines Vor, Unstoppable, Mighty, and Chew. Honored. Vorchu. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Vorchu. I don't know what you guys think about. Should we name the Wookiee Vorchu? I've watched many reactions about the fan film. It's OP. I haven't watched that many reactions yet. I've had my editors chop up some reactions and stuff like that, but were the other characters' sabers originals by you? If so, which ones? The Vader 3 saber is highly on my wish list. Yes. Yes. So we even did some changes to the Vader 3 saber as well. But we will also be making and releasing the character hilts from the fan film. So, yeah. Particularly the Elder. I think he has one of the most beautiful saber designs that we have yet to make. And these are all original designs, which you can see. I mean, I have renders of it, and I have close-up versions, and, there's a whole... If you become a join member, and this is one way I can help fund the rest of the stuff, if you become a join member, I will drop a whole bunch of behind-the-scenes stuff with everything from the characters to the hilts to the props to a lot of stuff for join members. And I'd like to be a little more active with my join members because you guys are, well, you're paying at the end of the day. So you're making episode 2 and 3 and all of this stuff possible. Right now we're working on... I'd love to announce that we're working on our 3rd saber with Roger Christian that we've been working on for a very long time. Since The Father came out, which there are only about a few left out of the 500. And this is for his 50th anniversary for Rogers. So this is something he wanted to do, and he pitched it to me, and I'm like, well, yeah, okay, let's do that. But what if we do this and we make it more of a display piece and we do something special with it where it's not necessarily like our other ones, but it's... He loved the idea and makes me excited. Dude, I love Theory Sabers. I love it so much. It's so creative and it's just so fun. And again, guys, that is how we were able to do everything that we do. If you have any questions about Theory Sabers, ask me, because there is so much that goes into it. There is so much that we do for the community and so much more that we offer compared to any other company out there. And I have all of the receipts, all of the facts to prove that. And that is why I started the brand. That was the whole point. Long time ago, and I did an email list, an email about this to my email subscriber list on Theory Sabers, which we have a huge roster of people. So a lot of you check your emails if you haven't gotten it yet or wherever it went. But I went over everything that went into starting the business and starting the company and everything that we do offer. And in the beginning, I was actually propositioned by some of the manufacturers out there in around 2020, 2021, when this new technology had just come out of NeoPixel. It was like still relatively new. And a lot of companies wanted me to just put my name on something. They were like, we'll build you a site, we'll sell your products, you don't have to do anything. It's essentially like kind of like Teespring, but with sabers. And they were like, we'll even design stuff, and you're just the face of the brand. And they offered me like a huge signing bonus, and like, I said no. I was like, no, dude, I'm not doing that shit. I want to, if I'm doing this, it's got to be right. It's got to be hands-on. It's got to be my way or the highway, and I need full fucking control. Just like Vader 2, just like everything that I do, I'm extremely OCD about everything, and to a debilitating degree. But I mean, that's why shit turns out well. It just takes a bit of time. And so, long story short, Theory Sabers was born. We put so much more into it than anyone else. And that's how the film was possible. By offering the best products, the best sabers, the best merch that I could possibly create, and also funding a fan film at the same time. And making stuff with Roger Christian, which is not easy to do. Not because he's difficult, but because it has to be right? I mean, that is the man, So there are these older gentlemen, these professionals who are now my friends, like Nick Gillard, Roger Christian, they have an insane level of detail where it has to be right. You can't just make something and at the end of the day, it's their legacy that is also attached to my brand, and I can't fuck that up, So they're not going to let shit slide, and I'm not going to let shit slide because it's a huge honor to be able to work with them. And if I fuck that up, there are, bro. They tell me of all the other companies that reach out to them and try to poach them and get them and be like, we saw what you did with Theory, and we want to do this, and they like offer them money, and so we laugh about it. But yeah, that's the business. It's I used to think YouTube was catty. Oh my gosh, I could write a book on the things I've just heard about myself and the company and the behind the scenes. But that's the way it goes. That's how it is. That's how it's always been. Wookiee name Tive Baka, Salporin, or Turaka. Ooh, I love Turaka. Like the game Turok. That's kind of cool, man. Turaka. Shit. I like that. That's cool. That's sick. That's pretty badass, dude. Turaka. Wait, what was the other one? You said... Whoa. There's a lot of super chats I did not. Holy shit. Thank you, guys. Where are we at? Were the other character sabers originals by you? If so, which ones? The Vader 3 is highly on my way. That's where we were, right? Thanks, Joshua. Yes. So they were all... I was trying to show you. Yeah, welcome to my brain, everybody. But this is how I've written fan fictions and like written stories over the years because I just get so sidetracked with shit. And it like leads me to another thought and another thought, and then I come back to the original one. So I wanted to show you the Elder's lightsaber, which is so beautiful. Where is it? Let's fast forward a little bit. Larry is a you want me to name the Wookiee Larry? Oh, yeah, it does roll off the tongue. Lawrence the Wookiee. You guys are hilarious, dude. We've had the best time streaming, and that's why I'll never leave YouTube. It's just the streaming aspect of it. It's just, you guys are so funny. The Fat Mace stream and the Jedi Fallen Order game streams were still, like, to this day, the best for me. Okay, let me try and fast forward here. Oh, wow. Seems like you guys really replayed this scene quite a bit, or there was, like, a good amount of... Okay. No. Wait, hold on. Where he gets pushed back. I have renders of it, but I just don't want to show it because I know other companies just steal my shit all the time. So I don't want to show it close up. Yeah, right there. Yeah. We're going to make that. It looks cool, man. I got all angles of it. It looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. You can still see the heat. Dude, I'm telling you, when you guys rewatch this stuff, you notice things you've never seen before. You can still see the heat on the emitter. And again, shout out to my team for everything. Bakachu? Crazy. Vorchu Taraka. Oh, that's kind of cool. We do both. You're half Lebanese, so you're already hairy? Oh, no. Re-release an HQ version for members when all 3 are completed. What are your expectations for Ahsoka 2? Oh, yeah, I'll release an HQ one, of course. I mean, I could even send members the full file, like the link, the download link. We could do something like that, too. Or, like, all email subscribe. I don't know. Yeah, something like that. You just... Here's the film. Just have it. Do you think you'll ever remake Vader 1 with CGI? Yes. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I bought over 12 Theory Sabers because I believed in your dream 7 years ago. I've been subscribed about 10 years now. You were always honest, cared for your fans, made the #1 saber brand in the world. Thanks, B-Man. Appreciate it, dude. It's really nice of you. Is that 12 including the free ones that we would give away, or is that not even including that? If that's not including that, I bet you probably you got like over like 24 of our sabers, which is insane. Do you have some of the limited editions, don't you? Turaka is a reference to kind of Turok. I kind of like Turaka. It's kind of cool. Poll for names. Okay, let's do a poll for names for the Wookiee. And I'm gonna keep getting to your guys' stuff here. So poll. We can go through this. I love that this is community based because it's like I want you guys to have a hand in naming some of the characters, and that's why I didn't name them, because I'm like, eventually they'll name them. Wookiee name potential. So we could do Taraka. What was some of the other ones? Oh my god, I can't believe Larry. Dude. If you, oh my god, that'd be so ridiculous. It'd be funny though. It was Taraka. Oh, wait, did someone say Haktua? That's insane. Zordok? Shorkaza? Dude, don't choose. I swear to God, don't choose Larry because it's a meme. It's just like gonna be. That's so stupid. Don't do that. Don't do that. That is so dumb. We want Lawrence? Lawrence or Larry? Oh my god. Chew Cookie? Oh no. Jeff? Larry the Wookiee. Dude, you know this is going to show up in the credits in episode 3. And it'll be a callback to this moment here. I mean, that's what would happen. Larry? Gorlock? No. There was another one. It was like, you had a good one. It was not... Was it Vorchu? It was Vorchu. That's funny you say Vor, because the Vor are the bad guys in my book. Well, there's a few bad guys actually, but they're like there's like 5 bad guys. They're a faction. Okay, we need one more name. It's obviously in lore Wookiee. Warchu? No. No, not Larry Pre. Listen, I'm a man of the people at the end of the day. I created this fan film mainly for you guys. What are your thoughts on Star Wars Zero Company game? Did you see I actually really haven't watched it, to be honest. Also, did you check the new episode of the Bane series from Lore Smith? Of course, amazing job on the movie. I have not. I have been quite off the grid. And I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, I like focusing on Instagram and like posting there and stuff, but beyond that, I'm not really... I want to be more creative. I want to like make my book. I want to finish my book. And I put off doing that for the film, but I'm almost done. So I want to release that. I'd love to release that for Christmas. That would be like my ideal goal, but if I can't do that, then it's going to be, next year, but that is the goal is Christmas time. So I can start shipping it out to you guys. I would follow Larry to the gates of the Force. How's the gym going? I missed the videos in the gym. The gym's good. Are you going to stream Racers when it drops? Yeah. Yeah. Went to the Vader 2 premiere in LA. Was awesome. Will you stream Galactic Ray? Yes. I'm glad you came. Varrock. Ooh. I kind of like Varrock. I mean, I've been on the internet for 10 years. I know you guys are just going to spam Larry for the meme, and it's probably going to end up being named Larry the Wookiee, which is insane. Fuck. Don't do it. Oh, no. Okay, good. Taraka is winning. Oh, okay, so there's some more serious ones here. More serious, Oh, good. Larry's dying. Kill Larry, dude. We don't want Larry. I actually secretly want Larry to win, because it would be hilarious. But, I just can see it in the credits now, Larry. Taraka's good. I low-key thought this was the Wookiee from the Clone Wars episode on Ilum. Gunji? No, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to create all new characters except for Mace. How long is the estimate for the next Vader episode? Please don't take 7 years again. It won't take 7 years, but it really, to be transparent, it depends on money. I need you guys. I need the community. So whether it's super chats or like $1 or whatever, or of course Theory Sabers, but I mean shit. If a million people donated 99 cents, that'd work. Or we'd literally have enough to just start right away. Yeah. But the thing is, it's like you want to be able to balance things. So you don't want to, like, what Theory Sabers is paying for it, but also you don't want to sacrifice quality on Theory Sabers. You don't want to fire members of the team to like free up money. Like, so it's got to be done with grace, and it's got to be done with time. You can't rush it. Right? So like, for example, the molds that we make for like a Roger Christian, there's a lot of different molds. It takes time, takes money. Each mold is expensive because you got to change the whole thing. So it's expensive as it is time costly. And so it's like, oh, should we just not do one more revision because we could change and perfect this one thing and like it costs X amount and save that? No, you don't want to do that. You want to go to the ends of everything and make it perfect. So I don't want to sacrifice quality on Theory Sabers for Vader Episode 3. I don't want to sacrifice quality on Episode 3 for Theory Sabers. So it's vice versa. So that's why time and money. That's all it is. Disney would never name a Wookiee Larry. I mean, it's 18%. So seems like you guys like Taraka. Yeah. Wookiee name Tyvaka Saporik. I think we're going Taraka. $50 from Woody. Thank you, May. Says great job once again, Theory. I can't wait to see the full film come together when all of them are made. Will you ever sell the Anakin stunt hilt Hayden used while making Revenge of the Sith? So, if we would, that would be something we would do with Nick Gillard, because Nick is who created that. So I see some of these out there that Nick had a special design that not many people know about. So there was something special that he had Hayden get used to on what he created for that one. So if we were to do it, it would be a Nick Gillard exclusive, and it would be a limited edition, and it would be it would be what he originally made. So if you want that, yeah, I mean, I'll talk to Nick about it. We've talked about it before, but we can really seriously sit down and discuss, what's the design and all that. Production. You should put it on your website uncompressed then. I had all kinds of theories about him bleeding it or feeding his dark side. Bitrate's noticeable. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, or I can just send you guys a link. Been having a blast watching a million YouTube reaction videos. Seeing the genuine and happy reactions has been awesome. This is what we all needed. Bravo, and thank you, brother. You're the chosen one. Thank you, man. Thanks, Jesse. Yeah, I would you like to see me do live stream reactions to people reacting to a reaction of a reaction? I mean, I feel like I've done that before. I've watched a few, but I think maybe 3 or 4. That's about it. And like just segments, and I'm like, oh, that's nice. They enjoy it. Lumpy Chewy Sun from the holiday special. Think of the Easter egg. Oh no. Jules. Casey sent 800 Jules, and Darth KSO sent 550 Jules. Thanks for the Jules, guys. I'm going to play it on screen. Sent Turn It Up. Stay hydrated. Oh, thanks, man. It's nice. I don't have a working title yet for episode 3. Legends of Larry will reach the stars. A theory question: what was the reasoning behind Vader calling Mace Master Windu? Why does that sense of respect still remain? It is simply a remnant of Anakin's old habits. Yes, and that is, yes, you got it. This is a story of Anakin still having those issues from the past. And that's it's really supposed to call back on that. And so, like the title, just like with how George was doing it, it's Echoes of the Jedi. So sure, it's catacombs. There's echoes. I guess I can get on that title, Echoes of the Jedi. Echoes because it's in the catacombs. It's literal. The Jedi are making noise, so there's actual audible echoes. And then it's Echoes of the Past, where you have Mace returning. It's an echo. But more importantly, the double meaning is Echoes of the Jedi, and the Jedi is Anakin Skywalker. So this whole story is about Darth Vader. All of the other supporting characters are great, but the whole story is about the Chosen One. It's about Darth Vader. It's about telling Anakin's story. And it's really, how do these characters fit into his world, into that world? And how do they tell his story? And so, shards of the past. Yes, they're shards because they're sharp and they cut and they hurt. And it's of the past. It's of Anakin's past. Echoes of the Jedi. Yes, it's the literal Jedi in front of you, but it's also the Jedi that never left and will return, which is Anakin Skywalker. So it's all a callback to George and to what he did, what he made, and his point. We all appreciate you, bro. Love you from Scotland. What's up, Cole? Thanks, man. Would love to see Scotland someday. Master Larry is transcended beyond even the wills. This Larry's going to be an inside joke. I think only a few of you will know, but that's all I need. Maybe in the credits I'll put Taraka Larry. Taraka Lawrence. That's fucked. Episode 3, Regrets and Retribution. No, it's going to be something heavy. It's going to be something like with like triple meanings. So, Vader Episode 3, Dark Lord Rising. It's not bad, but I think something more cryptic. Yeah. Something more shattering. Soul shattering. I love how you guys call Master Keldon Bruce Willis. Like, bro. It's because he's bald. Why don't you call him Jason Statham? I guess he needs more of like a shadow. Like a beard. And dude, Master Keldon was like, that was a tough choice to kill him. Because it's like, I wrote him to be like, but at the end of the day, like, that's what makes his death so much more impactful. And at the end of the day, we're here to tell a story, so I don't want to drag it out. We need more Disney articles and anything like covering them. I don't know, man. I don't really care. If something comes out that's like really like, I want to talk about this, I will. But I'm, more pick and choosy now. How much money should I donate so I can decide episode 3's name? I don't know. I think shit. I mean, that's crazy, dude. I'd probably let you pick episode 3's name as long as it's like not a ridiculous name like Lawrence, like a good name. I don't know. If you donated, I don't know, man. I don't know. I Don't have a number. That's interesting. $2? $1 million? Oh my god. When's episode 3 coming? Oh my god. It's like I didn't get any downtime from when's episode 2 coming to when's it's good. It's good. It's great. It's a good problem to have. You should make Larry as a different character. Shard or Larry, what the Can you say how much episode 2 cost? Not including my fee and not including taxes, of course, about 650,000 US. So in total, if you include like what my fee would be to write, direct, produce, like what I would charge someone to like I mean and taxes and all, I mean I don't know, man, a lot. Yeah. For the amount of time I put into this and all that, I don't know, I'd probably want like a lot to take me away from like theory savers and stuff. Yeah, it'd have to be like something decently large. Larry could be the brother of Rick, the door technician. I'll donate 650,000 right now to compensate you. Please hold. That'd be great. I would be really happy. That'd be nice. Yeah. There's a YouTube vid where Spirit of Revan speaks with Luke Skywalker about the fallings of the old council. Oh. Is this stream going to turn into a video? Yeah. Why do you estimate episode 3 will cost around 1.2 million? What makes it so expensive compared to episode 2? Because of all the fighting. You should hide the name Larry and Obresh in the background of a shot. Oh, that'd be funny. This is a fan. It's for the fans. So, I mean, I'm down to do something stupid, subtle like that. Probably won't, but. Vader 3, Jason Statham's Revenge. Hell yeah, bro. When are you going to Lucas Museum? Oh, first week of September. Yeah. Dude, I've been had that vlog out for you guys before, like the general public, so it's going to be cool. So if you haven't followed me on Instagram, we passed 400,000, which is awesome. That was a long time goal of mine. What are we at? 407? Something like that? Yeah, so I mean, I'll be posting a shit ton of clips. I'm looking for clip farmers. I'd be down for that. He did a reaction video to Tyrone Magnus reacting to episode 1. How about reacting to his Yeah, I could do that. I could react to people's reactions. That'd be fun. Fun content. Lawrence Taraka is a strong ass name. I love the name. I'm gonna name my child that. Vader 3 title equals Shatterpoint, Requiem, A Monument of Ash, or Where the Light Wept are my ideas. Not bad. I have an idea of what it'll be, but might be too dark. Then again, will Theory Savers ever branch out from the website cons to become an actual store in the States? I have thought of that. Yeah, I have thought of that quite a bit. Absolutely. There's if I just focus my time and money on like one thing, for sure. But it's kind of like everything's just spread here. So a lot of stuff is rising, but they rise slowly, and then in the end, you're like, "Whoa, shit! There's so much stuff." But yeah, that'd be cool. Nothing would make me happier and a feeling of absolute justice than seeing Vader annihilated. Complete domination of Anakin, redeeming himself and also Padme and his mother, and all that has. Do you worry your Vader fan film is too dark in general? I feel like every Star Wars project usually has some levity, no matter how dark it gets. No. Oh, I'm willing to go into the depths. Yeah, the third one will have some serious shit. People will, it might even be too much for some people, and they'll be like, it's like a experience. Like, it'll be soul shattering. I'd be surprised if most people don't cry. I wouldn't sell the third one, the script of the third one for anything. That it's it'll move people. It'll move the world. I think it'll be really I think it'll be touching. Yeah. Need more blood, 40K type blood. Hopefully it actually has a start, finish, and end. Yeah. Will we see Vader's suit more destroyed than ever shown before? Maybe. Vader Part 3, Dark Night of the Soul. No. The Shattered Depths. No. Will Vader 3 conclude as headcanon? Are you going more Legends? Oh, no, it'll be headcanon. Yeah. I mean, I feel like I surprised a lot of people with episode 2. Episode 3 is going to shit on episode 2. I'm excited. I'm excited even to just like to release the behind the scenes stuff, because like me and Nick, hopefully Kyle Rowling, Mike Starwalker, all these guys, all these legends, to do all of the mocap. We'll all be in the funny suits, and we'll be doing the fight scenes and recording all the BTS and getting whacked. I think that's going to be a cool video for sure. Fun vlog. Do Nick and George Lucas still communicate? You'd have to ask him. He has his own channel, You can comment on one of his videos, but apparently he is in the Lucas Museum. So I'm meeting him in a few weeks. Is episode 3 going to be CGI? Yeah. Well, CGI with mocap, so it's going to feel even more real than this one. Part 2 had me in tears. It was so good. It was such a relief to finally get some badass Vader content. I was overwhelmed with joyful tears. I watched it 87 times. Thanks, man. Shadows of the Prophecy? Are you ever going to get a chance to talk to George Lucas? I wish. How long have you had the script for the third one in the bank? I remember you said you had it locked like 5 years ago. Has it shifted since then? I've had the third one locked for like 8 years. tell you how I came up with the final scene, one of the final scenes for the end of it. I was sleeping. You know when you have a dream that's like so vivid and so visceral that you wake up? I shit you not. I was asleep and my eyes shot open like a freak, and I had this image burned into my head of the ending scene, and it was so real and vivid, and I couldn't sleep. I couldn't go back to bed. I wrote it down, and I never write shit down. I wrote it down, and I just extrapolated on that idea, and I went from there. It was like literally someone superimposed the image into my head. So grainy. It was kind of cool. So it'll be really cathartic for me to finish it. That was before I showed my face. That was before I filmed the first one. All that. How is Nick Gillard training stunts for a movie that is CGI? Confused how it works. Oh, so mocap is where we wear suits, just like the video games do, and you have, you know, joints and movements that are recorded in this software as you're filming the actors, so that you can then take literally those live action recorded scenes, everything from the fingers to facial expressions, and then have them put into CGI. So it's real movement and it's fluid and it looks it's because it's recorded. It's real humans that did it. What's the Twi'lek's name and lore? Also, I'm curious as to what Mace did between episode 3 to your Vader film. Maybe we'll find that out in the third one. Her name, we can come up with that too. So happy for your fan episode. It's very successful. Got to go to sleep. Watch us later. Awesome. Thanks, man. Later, Marcus. Jedi are only good at dying. Why go with the Acolyte and Maul fan film formula of tons of Jedi dying for the sake of dying? There's no formula from the Acolyte or the Maul fan film. I'd say if any formula was taken, it was from George Lucas's Order 66. So, at the end of the day, the Jedi dying are indicative of their failure. And really Anakin's failure too. So, you have to continue upon that theme. There's a reason they failed. Yo, what up, Lightning? Thanks, man. He says, what's up, Theory? Just wanted to tune in, say, keep going. What you've been doing, you're the best, and thank you for the great work for all these years. Really saved lots of my free time, Joe. Thanks, man. You gotta admit, it's exhausting seeing them die all the time. It's all they're good at. Not everyone has to survive. Have you heard from the people you know at Lucasfilm how Disney or Lucasfilm reacted to part 2? No. I don't have any contacts anymore at Lucasfilm. I mean, I know people that work there. But I wouldn't say it's like a contact where I can pull favors or anything like that. I have zero connection with them or anything. So what was going through Vader's mind when he was in the mind walk. He was processing. He knew this shit didn't make sense, but he was still reactive. He was still, what the, all of this fire. I wanted some real fire around him, not like, a little bit or like a strip. I wanted like him engulfed in flames. So, let me try and bring it up here. Right here. There's a right shot that we did, which was right this one. He is like straight up in it. So that was the point. It's supposed to feel like he's going to catch on fire any second. And so he was still composed, but he was afraid at the same time, but also arrogant and egotistical and cocky. And he was trying to suss out what the hell was going on. That's why he wasn't moving. And then finally he broke out of it and he's like, yeah, fuck that. It's a little Jedi trick. It's not going to work on me. But it did for a minute. And it's that push-pull that we're really going to play on. People have free time even when they're billionaires and billionaires talk. Hey, man, if they want to throw, even 500 million our way to get this done, that'd be, sorry, not 500 million. That'd be fucking cool. 500,000. That'd be awesome. Wow, shit. That'd solve my troubles. Funny, Rossi. Thank you for everything. Episode 2 got me really emotional after all the Disney slop. Mace's mother and wife insult was so great. Hope to see episode 3 soon. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Still not sure how Mace knows that Vader is Anakin. You'll have to wait. The third one will answer everything. How did Mace find out what happened with the Tuscans? Oh, okay. Let me bring up that scene. So, right here, my friends.
What is it? Pain. Suffering. Fear.
Skywalker is in terrible pain. And so Mace knows he can feel it.
Young Skywalker is in pain.
So I took that scene and I'm like, well, he knows. Larry told him, yeah, that's a good one. Hot take, if you stream on Twitch, you get 500K in no time. Maybe I should stream on Twitch. I don't know, man. I feel like I'm a YouTube boy. Ashla. Ashla Stargazer, shout out. She is the most supportive, most amazing. I would love to name the purple Twi'lek after you. I'd love for you to come up with the name for her because I know that you love that character. So I was leaving that open-ended for someone to come up with it. And I was like, I know, I have a feeling that someone will name some of these characters that I don't name myself. So I would love it if you would have that honor, that name, name this character. So it's whatever you want. If you want to name it after your name, if you want to name it after something you think would be cool, Um, yeah, for sure. No, absolutely. I know you're really connected with her, so I was hoping someone would, and that's why all the characters are so different. Yeah, guys, go check out Ashla Stargazer on Instagram. She's like the most amazing, supportive, kind individual I've come across. Just a real team player and just a nice person. Spends all her time doing charities, and she's just been so supportive of me, and uh, I'll not forget that. So it would be interesting if Mace's whole plan to find the captured was just a falsehood he told the Jedi he found, when in reality his only goal was to draw Vader, Anakin out to kill him, making him more like a Sith than even Vader seeking revenge. Yeah, that is a pretty great message. So Mace doesn't, and I said this before, he doesn't really care that much. I said this at the premiere because someone asked. Um, he doesn't really care that much about the Jedi. This is between him and getting the job done. So if that means he has to lose some Jedi along the way, all the ones that he really was close to have all died, anyways. And he believes that they will transfer into the Force. So it doesn't matter. Mace is different. He is the last hope. He's not holding on to shit. Anything that will, this is a last ditch effort. He knows what happened, and anything that will slow him down, he does not care for. So his prime motive is to kill Vader, kill the Emperor, end the Empire, end the Sith, and find any of the surviving Jedi that are out there. But at the end of the day, his prime directive and goal is to snuff out the Sith, kill them. That's right. Yoda's not here to control Mace or temper him or anything like that. And he'd want Mace to go batshit. Don't forget, Mace is still composed. He's still Mace, but he is not. He's kicking ass. He's not taking names. You know, he's not talking with Anakin. He's too dangerous to be left alive. No, you just snapping necks at this point. You're just killing. The time for talking and debate is over. It's time to kill. Knowing that Mace doesn't care about the Jedi, is it possible some sort of feud civil war breaks out between the Jedi as some sort of his crew could see his hypocrisy? No. No. He still cares, but at the end of the day, Mace is a priority type guy. He sees what is number one priority and he will focus on that. He doesn't give a fuck about anything else. If it comes between a Jedi surviving and him killing Vader, he will kill Vader. Doesn't care about anything else at this point. Everyone's dead. The Jedi Temple was in ruins. It was in flames. The Emperor's taken it over. He doesn't care. It doesn't matter to him anymore. Mace don't care about the prophecy. I mean, I could talk about this forever. This is what the channel is about. It's about theorizing on Star Wars. So this is great. It's nice to finally get back to theories. That's really all this fan film is. It's just a giant theory. That's the point. Thanks, Stevens. Woody, thank you again, man. You've been unbelievably generous. Thank you so much. I can hear Vader compliment Mace in his deception with the Jedi, saying something like, "You truly are a Lord of the Sith, Master Windu," causing Mace to go off. There isn't much that will make Mace go off. He knows that he knows he has to have a lock on his emotions, but at the same time, he's not here to waste time, and he's just going to kill people. you know? There is that little bit of arrogance in him still that he wants to break Vader. He wants to make Vader pay for what he did. And he wants to shatter his soul because he doesn't want him to even be able to become a Force ghost. Because he knew what Qui-Gon was able to do. He wants to completely break the soul and get the information that he needs, and to also find out where the Emperor is hiding, because then that'll lead him to finding all of the archives, and perhaps where he's hoping will lead him to Yoda, or to know what happened to him. But he is hopeful that Yoda is alive because he just doesn't think that his master would have died. He can feel things in the Force. We already know the ending, dude. Do you? Mace nearly dies. Vader gets hurt but survives. What will? Well, of course, Vader survives. You don't know the ending. No one does. Nobody. I think you guys will be pleasantly surprised. Twi'lek name Astraeus. Astraeus is Greek Titan, god of stars. Oh, beautiful. Astraeus is, that's beautiful. Does Mace know about the younglings? Yes, he knows about everything. What would you do if George saw your film? I'd be happy. It'd be nice. As much as I care about George, I care about the fans. I care about you guys. So, yeah. It's the people like that, you know. It's the community. It's not, yeah. Are you going to change the ending of episode 1 to more fluidly connect with the beginning of 2? Yeah. Yeah, Mace is very focused and disciplined. Vader is very out of balance. He's out of touch. It prevents him from locking in. George needs to make a reaction video to the film. Oh my god, that'd be so cool. Mace is one of the only Jedi that can ever beat Vader down. Looking at you, Jedi Survivor fight with yeah, but yeah, that fight with Seer was just a video game bullshit scene. There's no way that she would be able to do anything to him. The only one that can really take down Vader is if they're stronger than him, which is not really possible, or if they're mentally making him weak. And there's only a few people that can permeate into Vader's consciousness and his psyche. That's Obi-Wan, the Emperor, Padme, Mace Windu. Excellent work. Thanks, man. How long will episode 1 remaster take? I mean, it'll come after 3, so it's just going to take more time and money. But that's the goal, is to get it done. That's the dream. Yeah. Mace about to kill Vader after a heated battle, and all we hear is a cackle, and Palpatine walks in. No. That's too fan fiction-y. Vader's not getting saved. There's the only one that can save Vader is himself. Will he do it? I don't know. Will he walk away? Will he die? Is this fan fiction-y? Will the third one flop? Is it a shit story? Is it an amazing story? That's up to the audience to decide and theorize on and then be surprised. Can't wait to get back to regularly scheduled live streams with you in chat. Miss y'all more than you know. What's up, J. Kane? Miss you too. What up, Skirfil? Thanks for the jewels. Beyond Vader, would a look into fan films for Grandmaster Luke? Could be cool. Vader 2 is the best Star Wars type content there has been in a while. It's very nice of you to say. Please give your opinion. Flip the script of Revenge of the Sith. Obi-Wan fights the Emperor and Yoda fights Anakin. What is the outcome? I made a fan fiction on that. I think like, 7 years ago? Yeah, so if you guys go to my channel, so if you go to the channel and you go to playlists, okay, go to fan fictions. Where are the fan fictions? So there's animations, legends. There we go. You go to fan fictions. You will find, like, where is it? I've done so many, dude. There was a Yoda one. I think it might have been What If Anakin Fought Yoda. So, oh, right here. What if Yoda went to Mustafar and fought Anakin? So this, 4 years ago. Yeah, 4 years ago. 1.2 million views. I don't know. Let's see. Wow, that was one of my oldest ones. That's crazy. What if Yoda trained Darth Maul? Oh, that was the animated one. What if Coleman Trevor actually killed Dooku? You guys should go back and like watch some of the OG videos. I think this was my first ever fan fiction. What if Darth Vader killed Darth Sidious? Skits and all that. Yeah. This was a funny one. Oh, it's at 835,000 now. Wow, it's, I guess 8 years. But I remember when I uploaded it, it had like barely any views. It's just funny how things like find people over time, I suppose. But yeah, man, I mean, I really started the channel with fan fictions. What if Anakin didn't drop when I mean, I've done every possible fan fiction I think I could have thought of. I'm sure there's maybe a couple more I could do, but I've literally done like everything. What if Luke fought Palpatine at the end? Oh shit. Vader episode 1 reaction end credits. That's funny. That's cool. Well, so what'd you think? That's wild. That's funny. It's like such a smaller theater too than. So that's I hope the episode 3 will be like even bigger. You know, be crazier. Love you guys, man. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's insane. Live Q&A to Vader fan film and Star Wars Theory channel hangout. That's insane, bro. And here we are, episode 2. God. Time. Life. Theory, just want to let you know that I constantly play your old videos while I'm at work. Thanks, man. Thanks, Cody. I'm proud you all accepted Larry. Okay, well, you know what? In the credits, I may put Taraka Lawrence. Maybe. Just remind me in episode 3, okay? Remind me. Yeah, Vapad is OP. It's crazy. Insane. Oh, thanks for the jewels, guys. Thank you. I still don't know what those do. Where can I see them? Hmm, it's funny. Really miss you, Theory. I miss you too. I, f- I hear millions of voices in the forest calling out to Larry. This Larry thing is going to be another inside joke. Gongasleet with 10 euros. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. He says, appreciate everything you've done for the community. Been watching since early 2018, and it's been great seeing you grow as a person, creator. Your inspiration, big hugs, and love from Portugal. Thanks, man. I am humbled to be here. I'm lucky to still be here. Thanks, guys. I'm happy to be able to share this journey with you all. You dream it, you'll do it. What's up, Jessica? How you doing? Shout out to another extremely sweet, kind person who's been such a great supporter for so many years. Hope to be able to meet you one day. You're in the UK, aren't you? The legend, Larry one who faced Vader without fear. It's true. Dude, the fight between Vader and Larry is going to be insane. Thanks, Knox. You did an amazing job. Well done. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. What's your take on the fact that people keep questioning the prophecy and Anakin being the chosen one, saying that he hasn't had good feats to prove it and just undermining his power and potential? I mean, you can say what you want, but George Lucas has said that even when Darth Vader, and even when Anakin turned to the dark side, he was still the chosen one. So that's the way it is. What are your thoughts on George Lucas' statement that Leia would have been the chosen one in the sequel trilogy? Was it like it was her turn after Anakin killed Padme, or Anakin killed Palpatine? Realistically, I do think that Leia would have been just as, if not more powerful than Luke Skywalker, but she chose a different path. I think she would have had a lot of really great abilities and force powers and power in general, but she chose a different path, right? She chose to more so use her mind and connect with the people and politics and not be a corrupt politician, you know. But had she chosen to be a Jedi, I think she would have been just as powerful, if not more powerful than Luke, because she always had that little. She always was more like Vader than Luke, I think. Luke was more composed, you know. He was more like Padme. Leia was more emotional, and yeah, I think she would have been insanely powerful. So for George to say that she could have been the chosen one in the sequels, I think that would be pretty cool. Thanks again for amazing episode 2. Hopefully Star Wars becomes closer to this vibe of cinema than what it was for so long. They need to hire you and give you creative freedom to do a Vader series if something episode 2 was amazing. Well, dude, bro, they don't, you know, as long as I have creative control, I'm going to make what I want anyways. I'd much rather do it with a giant budget, preferably one that's not mine. Um, you know, Vader episode 2 is amazing, but I was still extremely limited. I could have made it so much more had I more money or, you know, more people, more, you know, bigger teams. If I had a studio budget, I mean, it would have been, yeah, you know, but I think it turned out way beyond my expectations with you know, the small budget that I had, you know, in film standards. But I think it just shows what can be created. And yeah. So, righto. Vader 1, 2, 3 trading cards. Hmm. When will episode 3 come out? Because episode 2 was so good. Good job, Theory. What you have done the sequels. It was great. Don't worry. Oh, I'm not worried. I think episode 2 was like beat for beat. Everything was perfect. I wouldn't change a thing. Have you tried getting a sponsor or starting a GoFundMe for episode 3? No. I'm just going to continue with Theory Sabers, save money, and release my book. Use the money from the book towards episode 3 and go from there. Yeah. Appreciate your tenacity through this project. It's a real example for completing what you start for me. You're a great example for me and many of us. Oh, thanks for holding me accountable, man. If you need people to have a mocap, I'd like to volunteer. We're only going to be using like professional swordsmen and stunt actors. So, with productions like this, time is money. So we need someone who's already trained in the arts. And so, yeah, we hit the ground running. And it's all dependent on who Nick wants. So it's not even about me. So Nick's going to be running that part of it. So it's what he says goes. He'll be choreographing the fights. He'll be directing the fights. So it's gonna be cool. Yeah, you guys get a kick out of it. Make lore vids of your characters? Absolutely. Absolument. Absolument. I'm in love with this one. This one's really great. Heir to the Throne. It's a really beautiful saber. Check this out. Absolutely phenomenal. So everything right now is buy one, get 50% off. Just in honor of the film and the 10-year anniversary of the channel. So, yeah, this is a phenomenal saber. It's so beautiful in person. And this is the unboxing. I didn't upload it on the channel yet, but the video is here. So, this is a cleaning rag. Yeah, look at the detail. It looks amazing. like I'm getting lens flares on the camera because it's so shiny. Now this comes with all of our. You really. Yeah. Yeah, man. I think that marks the end of the live stream. We've been here for what, 2 hours now? How long have we been here? Doesn't even show. Why? Bizarre. Ah, 2.5 hours. It does show. You guys feel like family to me? Yeah, you guys feel like family to me too. It's been 10 years. Larry gets a special saber. We could do that. I'd literally call the saber Larry. So. Thank you for keeping hope alive in the dark times. Finally ordered the Weathered Hermit 4 for my 50th birthday. Happy 50th birthday, man. Hope you enjoy it. That is a really phenomenal saber, and with our sound fonts, it's like unbelievably crisp. It's so nice. I think it's one of the best chassis that we have. It just sounds so bassy and good, and it's really nice. The saber of Larry of Taraka. You guys are hilarious. Any plans to go to more cons? Yeah, always. Always. I wanted to focus on the film and the premiere, so I chilled out on cons for 2026. But I'll be at New York Comic Con, not for Theory Sabers, but well, kind of. I mean, we're going to be collaborating with the American Olympic fencing team. But yeah, are all Theory Sabers combat ready? Some are decorative. I mean, all are combat ready, but I would be a little more careful with some versus others. You know, some are more expensive. Those hilts are pretty beautiful. May the Larry be with you. Oh my God, this is a new thing now. Thank you for your faith in the Force. Thank you guys. Thanks for your faith in me, and thanks for being part of my life for the last 10 years. So that concludes the director's commentary on episode 2. If there's any questions I didn't answer about it, you can leave it in the comments. I can always make another video. Happy to do that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, follow me on Instagram and check out Theory Sabers. Theory, I know you're uber busy, but if you ever have the time to be a dream for you to pop in my live stream sometime on Whatnot, J. Kane's Vault, I sell Japan import anime figs. That's awesome, dude. I'll check it out, man. That'd be fun. Yeah. I've dueled many times with the Xenos, and he makes, and I'd say they're 100% battle ready. Well, thank you, Alexi. Thank you so much for the vote of confidence. So, love you guys. Check out the new hat dropping this weekend. And thanks so much for being part of the journey. Road to 4 million. Let's do it. Love you guys. Appreciate you. Later.